John Crate, and we are back in Fallout 76. It has been a little while here for my longest running series. What? Did it twice. Not sure what the other one was. So, we've got a couple things we can do today. Let's head over to my camp. Figure out what exactly I want to do here.
Eyes open. This place is really starting to get to me.
Now, can I have a fermenter up here? I guess I didn't even check. Like, I just built the Tinker's workbench.
Optical sensors calibrated for detection of sparkles.
See, I can have a fermenter up here. I just can't have one down in the camp for some reason. I don't know why. So anyway, we need to put that ballistic Bach in there. So that's going to ferment much faster now. Plus, I think it won't ferment as fast in my inventory because I have good with salt on. So like all my food goes bad slower. So I think that actually slows it down. If I don't know that for sure, but I would guess it does.
There's something potentially interesting coming up on the scanner.
Then let's go get it.
Oh, the best.
And collecting fun is what I do. I find party supplies for you.
Oh, she wants me to kill an Assaultron. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with some of these. I think I can get rid of Chowline and Lucky Mucker. These other ones I would like to do to get some more reputation. Let's see what we're looking at here. Where are some of these? What's this? Well, the Assaultron Dominator is down here. Don't like this. Let's fast travel to the underground. Oh, I should probably look and see what the daily missions are too. Well, I'll do that as soon as I land. launch a nuke, but the thing is it's so late in the week that I'm better off starting that on a Tuesday just because, or Tuesday or Wednesday, just so I'll have all the whole week going around to get all the pieces if I have, you know, just in case I don't get in, just in case I don't, you know, have to take a few days off or something, so. So if I'm going to take down an Assaultron, I think we're going to go with something like this. Oops. Yeah, change his outfit too. I'm getting kind of sick of the Enclave outfit. Okay, scoreboard. What's next? Vintage tackle? I don't really care about a vintage tackle box. Okay, so build floor or wall decor in your shelter. Complete an event. Scrap 5 pieces of, or craft 5 pieces of power armor. Kill a death claw. That's easy. Alright, weekly. Build up a workshop or camp. That shouldn't be too bad. We can, let's just build a bunch of stuff in your camp. So, 3 of these. I think we can do that. Let's see. Buy or sell 25 items. Cook cat. I don't know that we'll get that in time. Eat 25 cooked meals. I think that's actually doable. We'll try and get some meat here, and I don't want to do this one. Toggle that one off. Kill an Assaultron Dominator. I do not like this at all, but that's what Sophia wants.
Automated Mining Services welcomes you to the home of industries. Visit.
Okay, come on. It's all about staying hidden and taking out one of his legs. Where is it, though? Here? Get down, get down! Machine gun turrets. Either of those, because those will cause some problems. In fact, I know there's more of them. We've been here before. And we're taking some rads. It's up here somewhere. Wait. Okay, I'm missing something here. Gotta find a way up. That clearly wasn't it. How is this place built again? upstairs. Won't go up, but it'll do something cool. Super steel pack. Oh, why did I pick up those plasma cores? Let's drop those. Still above here. Spot now. Can I get another? There's no way I could get another one after that last time, right? No. It's gonna take me another decade to get in to get that, to get to the second one. I guess it. No, not a decade. Kits in here. It's kind of the main thing I'm looking for out of this place. So NDSU played like shit. I'm not surprised. I mean, it is surprising that they lost. But based on how they played last week, I'm not surprised that their offense was a total mess. Like I said this on Twitter, but their biggest problem is that they want to run their offense like they still have a running quarterback, but instead they have Zeb Noland, who is absolutely not a running quarterback. And so without the threat of the quarterback run, their offense is just kind of your standard pedestrian offense. What did surprise me was how bad their defense was. You know, I'm not going to complain about it because, you know, they've won 39 in a freaking, you know, 39 in a row is, you know, pretty good. I'm not the kind of person who gets tied up and, like, have my whole personality based on, you know, my college football team. So to me, it's not the biggest deal in the world that they lost. I'm fine with it. It's just frustrating watching them try to do things that they can't do right now. Like what they've got to start doing is realize that they have to use the deep ball to set up the run instead of having the threat of the quarterback running set up the run. Because Zeb Noland can throw the deep ball. That's not an issue. He's got an arm. It's an issue of he can't run. And they've even been calling runs for him. Like, they've had him take the ball himself, and it's like, what are you doing? He can't run. Like, not like this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That drew some attention. Where's his thruster? There we go. Oh, Jesus. You stay up there. Mr. Gutsy can come down here, but you stay up there. Please. What the hell is shooting me now? There's something else up there I've got to take out. Or you can try to come down here. That's acceptable too.
Step forward and identify yourself!
There's my rat away. Get rid of that. One thing. Get rid of that for another. Okay, that should help. Yeah, you're already healed up. You're not for some reason.
Scanners detecting sentient life.
No, you're
Alert
not.
level elevated.
No, you're not. I'm not here.
Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
Good. Where are you? So I can try to take your leg out from under you. What? Drop down there? Interesting. I'll take out the leg. Shit, now it's hit. What the hell? And then it healed. It fully healed. And there's a turret. Why am I not healing?
Threat eliminated.
That was BS. How did it heal like that? I almost had its leg. Okay. We're gonna try this again. Now it's gonna be healed up again. Now I know there's another turret. Guess there's nothing up here. I was hoping I could maybe get a clear shot from it at it from up here, but I guess not. Wait, am I even... Now what am I doing? Okay, where is it? No, I don't want your torso, I want to take out your leg. So there's another turret that I need to be aware of. Where is that other turret that was shooting at me here?
Scanner's clear. Engaging at minimal distance.
Yo, Jesus Christ, just get up.
Engaging hostile.
Change weapon.
Threat eliminated. Sir?
Okay. I don't even know if this is worth it. I may just have to sneak up there, get my junk, and get out.
Scanners detecting sentient life.
Yeah, I
Alert
bet it
level
does.
elevated.
Because if they could just heal like that. Man. So yeah, I think that's going to have to be the plan here is... I just want my stuff back. Where's my other corpse? 'Cause I should have another bag with all this other stuff that I had on me. Where did I die the first time? Leg. Did I get it?
You are facing an Assaultron-class combat robot.
Oh.
Death is inevitable.
Take out its head. Oh, I think I got it this time. Unless it heals up, which would just absolutely kill me. No, I need to take out the head. Reload.
I have not been programmed to fail. Engaging target.
Well, I did it. Let's see if I can find my other duffel bag. Where did I die? It wasn't up here. No, there was no way it was up here. Oh, I'll take all your pre-more money. Come on. And your ultra sight. So yeah, I'm not sure where my other duffel bag would be. That had the majority of the crap that I was holding, so I don't want to lose it. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Yes. Oops. I want the map. What's this? Deal with the former raider. Let's go to the Carson family bunker and do it. Oof, I need a drink after that encounter. I got lucky in that fight that it didn't stay cloaked like it usually does. So I was able to, like, it cloaked, but it came out of cloak pretty fast. I don't know why. So I was able to target its leg with VATS. Hey, it's the Raider.
I think it's time to pay those settlers a visit.
There. Hey, I killed you. Now I'm under... Oh, jeez. I guess it is glowing. I probably should kill it. Target its belly. Don't need to hide. Anyway, that's done. Oh. Of course, the pumpkin house. After we do the pumpkin house, we'll go back to camp, repair our stuff, and turn the thing into Sophia, and then we'll go, let's go talk to some of the Brotherhood guys, since we haven't done that yet. Do I need water? Sort of.
So many pumpkins to carve. So little time.
That's what I'm here for.
You there? Kindly
Yes, I know. I will. This time, though, I am going to take all the pumpkins I find, because that way I can...
So many pumpkins
That
to
way I
carve.
can make soup out of it and just quick drink it. For that 25 cooked meals thing. Some quick pumpkin soup will do it. I can also do it with the razor grain soup. And corn soup, I've got those growing at my camp too, so we can do that as well.
So many pumpkins to carve. So little time.
Come here.
You there? As usual.
It's done. gonna change his clothes too. Yes, if I did the thing. Only killed me a couple times.
Hey, you. Just came by to brighten my day a bit, Every time I see you return from investigating one of these signals, it just makes me smile.
Let's pick some razor grain. So let's start with our perks. We want the armor repair one. Which one is that? Was it just armor? No. Here's fix it good. That's what I'm looking for. Also, we want super duper on. Anything else need repairs? No. Any more weapons need repairs? Or that's all. Scrap the items. No, not really. Just scrap those weapons. I forgot that I had those. Let's see how much soup that made us. Pumpkin soup. So that was 13. I need to make 5 more soups. Also, this is build stuff in the camp. The daily one was build a floor or build 5 floors or wall decorations in the shelter. So I'll build a few things in the shelter. Did it. Easy. Also, I didn't store that perfectly preserved pie. I better do that. That is not going anywhere. Okay, so wall or floor decorations? These are always hard. I've got like the ones that I want. Guess I don't have one of these in my plants over here. Build it. There's one. I guess I can always build more cats. That's never a bad thing. There. Can't say no to that. Now, what do we have to build in the camp? Let's figure this out. Above ground here. Let's claim that tackle box too. Next is perfect bubblegum. I do not care. Okay, so we need to build container, display, or shelf. 5 of those. A wall or floor decoration. 5 of those. Door or stairs. That's 10 crops. 20. No, so we're gonna build 5 containers and 5 floor decorations. First of all. Which means...
There you are. I was hoping you would stop by. Always puts a smile on my face. To think how small these mountains would have looked.
Yeah, let's put contract around.
Collecting fun is what I do. I find party supplies for you.
So floor decor, what's gonna cost like nothing? This is gonna cost me 1 steel. So. And I can scrap it for steel. Oops. And then we want stash boxes. 1 steel, 1 wood. Two wood. This is probably the cheapest it's gonna
Optical
get.
sensors calibrated for detection of sparkles.
Okay, what was the other option? I already forget. Door or stairs? Okay. Just build a bunch of stairs. one steel to put some of these up.
I woke up in a pile of smoldering debris.
Snap
And
onto
I
this
met
one.
someone, a stranger. And over time, well, that stranger isn't a stranger anymore at all.
Oh,
I
snap
don't
on.
believe in luck or fate or any of that. But I do know
Snap.
I wouldn't have changed it.
Snap. How about this? Oh, come on. That's not what I wanted to do. Yes. Oh yeah. That's why it's not snapping, because it's the big one. Easy.
I just love songs. Don't you?
Okay, let's get our perks back to where we need them to be, and then we'll head over to start up the Brotherhood stuff. Oh, and I have hard bargain on. That would also explain. God, those perk changeover. That perk changeover update cannot come fast enough. Okay, that should do it.
Collecting fun is what I do. I find party supplies for you.
Turn off some of these other quests too, so that's just this one on. Then we are gonna go. We will finally meet in real life, in not just recordings, but the people of the Brotherhood of Steel. I haven't even read anything about this, so this will be like not to even get an idea. So I don't even know what to expect for this. Here, let's turn off some of these. Actually, I'll keep this one on because that way it'll just tell me when the ballistic rock is fermented. Anything I can steal?
Brotherhood's always looking for good tech, if you find any.
Last details. To any interested party, sorry for the absence, but the Brotherhood are getting close, and there's a few things I have to square away before they get here. The place is still locked up. Don't want anybody screwing around in there until they arrive. If you donated to the construction, look at what you hope to make. You should be proud. I know I am. Oh, and if you're actually the Brotherhood reading this, and I'm not back yet, I'll be reporting for duty the moment I return. I'll be back soon, Russell Dorsey. Isn't that who I'm supposed to talk to right here? So I guess he's back? Hello.
Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
Fort Atlas?
Formerly the Atlas Observatory. Now headquarters for the Brotherhood of Steel.
Excuse me, just need a drink. What's going on here?
Well, this is Fort Atlas, new headquarters of the Brotherhood of Steel
Thanks.
in Appalachia. The Brotherhood's in the process of getting everything in order here, but already people from all over Appalachia are turning up. Some need help, some want to join, but it seems like everybody's curious what comes next. I just say what Paladin Romani says. We're here to help.
Are you, though? Brotherhood doesn't always have a good track record of that. What's your story?
Me? Oh, I'm just a guy who wanted to be a part of something special. A place to do something that really mattered. I picked up the messages the Brotherhood were broadcasting on the way here, and I came out ahead to help set up the place, hoping they'd let me join. They liked my initiative, and now I'm an initiate. Nice bit of symmetry, I thought.
I'd like to know more about the Brotherhood.
Of course. What'd you want to know?
What can you tell me about the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood of Steel is a... well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know? One of the members from California could tell you more, I'm sure.
What's it like being an initiate?
Oh, it's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster nonsense, but really, it is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain, but hey, small price to pay for real purpose, right?
How many of the Brotherhood are here?
Pretty sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody that asks.
I wanted to ask something else.
What do you need?
I'd like to speak to somebody in charge.
Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
Okay, let's do that.
I used to work with the folks at Foundation. Hard workers, but I wanted something more.
Maybe we'll finally be able to rebuild society. The Brotherhood needs good recruits.
Yeah, the Brotherhood, yeah. They're not so noble.
Too far to get turned down now. You looking to join up too?
You should get that mutation treated, civilian, before it becomes a real problem.
You should get your mutation treated. Is there anything, any other notes or anything laying around here? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can find. Are there people to talk to? Where are you?
Word is, the Brotherhood needs new soldiers. If I get a gun and a nice suit of power armor, you can sign me right up.
He's joining for the right reasons.
Science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else it brought. I'm glad we brought it. Go home. Let us take care of things.
Okay, so what's up here then? Apparently nothing. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh, because this is the door that I'm supposed to go in. Duh. Fine, let's go in. I've been in here before, but it's been a long time, and I'm sure it's way different now that the Brotherhood's cleaned it up. Before it was just, it was, you know, the Observatory, but there were enemies in it. I can't even remember if there was any, like, missions or anything that you do for this, like, that sends you here. I think it was just kind of a place you stumbled upon and could go in. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. It looks like there's...
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still insecure, the provisions aren't properly stored, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting
Not
civilians.
now.
Your duties are what I say they are, Mike. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shane.
Paladin.
Yeah, hi. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
Civilians are supposed to wait to be seen.
Okay, night Shin.
If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
We haven't been introduced.
Knight Daniel Shin, Brotherhood of Steel, 1st Expeditionary Force. We've got important work to do here, so get to the point.
Were you fighting with that other officer?
That was a Brotherhood matter, civilian, and none of your concern. You're trying my patience, so get on with it.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Russ, I'm actually an initiate myself, you know, sir.
You're not one of mine. Don't tell me you followed that automated program Taggarty's people left behind at Fort Defiance. I respect that you did that. But that was a desperate measure on their part, and doesn't represent true Brotherhood traditions. You want to be one of us? You're gonna have to earn it. From living members, including me.
I killed Scorch Beasts, by the way. Russell Dorsey sent me to talk to you.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
What are the Brotherhood doing here?
The specifics of our mission are not for discussion with civilians. We're here under orders from Elder Maxson. Stay out of our way, and we won't have any problems.
What would it mean to join this Brotherhood?
If we accept you as an initiate, and that is far from certain, you would be pledging yourself to our order and our cause. Our order exists to locate, secure, and protect dangerous technologies. Humanity cannot be trusted with the means to destroy itself. We will not allow another apocalypse.
Are you recruiting new initiates?
That is within the scope of Paladin Romani's directives. It takes more than just asking, of course. You would have to prove yourself. If you are sincere about wishing to join our ranks, you would have to earn the approval of the officers here, including me. Is that why you're here? Another hopeful dreaming of service to the Brotherhood.
I guess... What would it mean to join?
If we accept you as an initiate, and that is far from certain.
Oh, you already said that.
Our order exists to locate. We will not allow another.
I think of no greater honor than to join the Noble Brotherhood. Yeah. I guess this is a lie. But hey.
If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But, if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
Sure, I can do that.
Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate. The Brotherhood of Steel has important work to do. I'm going to need you to stay out of the way.
Can I ask you some things about the Brotherhood?
Make it quick, please.
Yeah, it's not going to be quick. What is the Brotherhood's mission?
To procure and preserve dangerous technologies from before the war, and defend humanity from itself. Since the world went to pieces, anyone and everyone has been using what they can find in the wasteland to their own ends, unrestricted. If things continue like this, humanity will never make it.
Why did the Brotherhood come here?
The 1st Expeditionary Force was tasked with investigating several valued technological sites across the U.S., concluding at the Atlas Observatory. From here, we would report back on the fate of the preceding Appalachian chapter, carrying on the Brotherhood's mission in their stead if need be. Or we would have done that report if we still had a working long-distance transmitter. We have Raiders to thank for that one.
I've been to Fort Defiance. Brotherhood there was wiped out by Scorched.
That lines up with our discovery so far. Truly an abominable threat, the Scorched. I will refrain from asking why you were snooping around a Brotherhood facility. I will warn you not to do it again.
What sort of technology did you find on the way here?
That information is classified.
Surely there must be a way to get another transmitter.
There is, and my interpretation of our orders is that acquiring it should be our #1 priority. Paladin Romani thinks otherwise. She has reevaluated the situation based on her own judgment. I'm following her orders.
I have some other questions about the
Ask
Brotherhood.
them if you must.
I'd like to talk about something else,
Make it
actually.
quick, please.
What do you do here?
As you can see, I'm in charge of the armory. I maintain and manage all of our equipment. I keep records of our stockpiles, distribute rations, and acquire resources as needed. Since we only have one Paladin here, I also lead various combat operations and support Paladin Romani in any ways necessary. To be clear, my duties do not include human resources.
I'd like to know more about you, personally.
Does this look like a social club to you? I have my duties to attend to. I would hope that you have yours.
There's more to life than duty.
It sounds to me like you haven't decided your purpose in this world. I have, and it doesn't involve making friends with everyone.
That's all I want to talk about.
Ad Victorium.
So much to teach us. I hope I get to meet them in person someday.
Can I go down here? Obviously I can't go where the lasers are. Do you have anything I can steal? Or I should say that I would want to steal. Looks like you have plastic. Give me all of your plastic. Pretty sure that they would try to kill me for this. Also, I took your hat.
I should be getting back to work.
Art nap?
Get at it. Well, now look at you. You with these Steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them.
Oh, here, let me turn off my light. So I can maybe see some of these a little better.
Something I can do for you.
So he must be one of the people I'm supposed to talk to. All the petitioners are down here. Let me loot this place first, and then we'll
Look
talk
what the
to these
rad
guys.
roach dragged in.
I imagine the Brotherhood.
What, your face?
This better be worth it.
Wonder if this is
Oh, I didn't change outfits.
Fortifications appear adequate.
Let's switch to military fatigues. go full military here, since we're gonna join the Brotherhood of Steel, I guess. No, what? I wanted the military fatigues, not that. Oh, I see what's going on here. It's replacing my jumpsuit.
The California members show no signs of infectious.
Sure, let's just go armor right now. With the helmet. Alright, one in the bucket.
Hey,
Guys
hey,
got
here
any
comes
food?
trouble. I hope.
Local recruits of your help, if I'm informed.
What's this? Probably not supposed to be in here. That goes outside. Okay, I guess I can talk to some of these people now. How about you? Tally
Hey!
Lane.
Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
Wait, who are you?
I just told you, dummy. Tally Lane. Just another chick trying to make it in the wasteland. You know?
Guns? You seem a little anxious.
Who, me? Nah. Nah. Cool as a cryo grenade, me. Definitely.
Knight Shin sent me to speak to you.
Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot.
What's your story, Tally?
Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died ages ago, so it's just me and a few friends trying to make our way in the world. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping each other out. We're practically just kids. Had to grow up on our own. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those high-tech guns these Brotherhood have to scare off all the maniacs out there.
Well, based on your face paint, I think you're a raider. Tally, you're not a raider, are you?
What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly.
So I take it guns is what you're after?
Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
Let's see. I'll be sure to tell that to Knight Shin. I wanted to ask you some other things first.
Why not? Hit me.
Be honest with me, Tally. Why do you want those guns?
Hey, you calling me a liar? Oh, I mean, I already told you. My friends and I just need them for self-defense. We'll pay good cash.
I think we're done for now.
Yeah, whatever.
This place goes sour and we're all in for it. Mark my
So
words.
we're not gonna give stuff to
Make it quick if you would.
Tally
Look, my
Lane.
bones ain't getting any younger.
Okay, how about you,
Well,
Art?
now look at you. You with these Steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them.
What is it you do? What is it you do?
Farming, such as it is. Got a patch ain't barely more than Scotland. But it's mine, and I manage.
Well, you've been waiting long?
Longer than I prefer. These Steel types ain't half disorganized right now, it looks like. Heard the news about these fellas and reckon I'd better go see 'em. Ain't the only one neither, I see.
So Nightshin asked me to speak to you.
Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on him. Name's Otnap. So, what's this night fella sent you for?
Tell me more about yourself.
Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another, all my life. My daddy before me, and so on. Set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Turned out, there's plenty of raiders fixing to take what ain't nailed down. Ain't much use bellyaching about it, but neither am I just gonna roll over and let some bullies take what's mine.
Isn't your farm in danger with you away?
Got seed in the ground right now. I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seeds, so I reckon it'll get by till I'm back.
Let's see. I was asked to find out what you wanted from the Brotherhood.
A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair.
It does. I'll pass your offer to Nightshin, but first I had some other questions.
I'm not going anywhere just yet. Shoot.
See if they added anything. Wouldn't turning over your crops be just as bad as them being taken?
Before they bombed the daylights out of everything, folks used to pay taxes in exchange for the government doing what it was supposed to do. Raiders will just take everything. This is a trade. Fair is fair, and a deal's a deal. I ain't care for people poking their noses into my business, but if a bushel or two to these Brotherhood keeps the raiders away, I can live with it.
See you around, Art.
Could be.
Could be? What?
Something I can do for you.
So I think we'll probably take his offer. How about you? Who are you? Dr.
What is
Blackburn?
it now? Yes. Something I can help you with?
You don't seem sinister
I am
at
waiting
all.
to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers.
There's no need to be rude.
Pardon my manners. I am out of practice. Too much time alone. Still, unless this is important, I would prefer to be left alone.
I was going to speak to Nightshin for you, but if you want to be like that...
Perhaps I spoke too hastily. I can be rather unthinkingly brusque. Dr. Edgar Blackburn, at your service. Are you working with this Nightshin? What has he said to you?
Tell me more about yourself.
I am
first.
sure you have more interesting things to do than listen to a poorly socialized wasteland doctor talk about himself. In short, I trained in multiple specialties before the war, and had a brief career as a research scientist prior to the bombs dropping. Finding myself fortunate enough to survive, I have continued my research, such as it is. Now I focus on the health of the people of Appalachia. Please do not ask me to examine any strange growths. I am not that kind of doctor.
Okay. He asked me to find out what you wanted from the Brotherhood.
I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own.
I'll mention that in my report. I had some other questions, though.
Very well. What did you wish to know?
Anything new? Can you tell me about your research?
It would be difficult to express it in layman's terms.
Oh, eat a
No
dick.
offense intended. In essence, I have been studying the illnesses of Appalachia. For too long, people have relied on folk remedies and makeshift medicines.
And
The
alcohol.
long-term effects of this environment are concerning. Just because the radiation is survivable does not mean it is safe.
Are you working with Foundation?
Their hygiene standards are better than the lot at Crater, but no. I prefer to work in solitude. One day, perhaps, my research will be of benefit to them and all the other people of Appalachia.
That's all I need for now.
Very well, then. Perhaps we can be of assistance to one another, should our paths cross again.
And there's one more.
Did you
Looks
wish
like
to
they're
speak
upstairs. Oh, it's that guy that was like, hey, not now. This guy, yeah.
You better have something useful to say to me.
Whoa, who are you? I don't even know you. What did I do?
I just told you who I am. I already told them that when I got here. Nobody's listening in this place. I came here so that they can make things right. And they won't even listen to me.
I'm not actually part of the Brotherhood. Don't take this out on me.
What? Oh, hey, sorry about that. You're right. Ain't right me blowing up on you like that. I'm just really wound up, and none of these Brotherhood types are giving me the time of day.
Well, at least you apologized. Actually, Knight shouldn't ask me to talk to you.
Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me?
Would you tell me more about yourself?
I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise. Mostly, I like to be left alone.
Tell me what the problem is.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
I'll let Night Shin know everything.
All right. What else did you want?
Well, he had no other things to. No other
Then
questions.
tell them, and get them to do something about it.
All this concrete, places
At Victoria.
As I said, the Brotherhood isn't exactly so high in might, isn't so noble and high in
Have
might.
you finished the task I gave you?
I've spoken to the petitioners. I'm ready to report.
Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Dr. Blackburn was looking for supplies for his research.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the Doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
He actually said other people seemed to need you more.
That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report.
Telly Lang wants to buy guns from you.
No. We are not arms dealers.
You shouldn't. She seemed pretty... I think she might actually be a raider.
There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman. But your vigilance is noted. Moving on.
Art Knapp wants to trade a share of his crops for protection from raiders.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
Shouldn't you help him regard... it sounds like a fair deal to me.
That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader. We have our own concerns. Enough about that. What's next?
Sean Hockman was robbed by people claiming to be the Brotherhood.
Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
What matters is he believes it. You should try to help him out. Don't you want to...
That sounds like something Paladin Romani would say. But what he believes is of no concern of ours. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved, and it should remain that way.
Really?
That's everything.
I don't believe you.
Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
Are you really not going to help any of them?
What I am going to do is make the recommendations I see fit in my report to Paladin Romani. As the commanding officer, the final decisions will be hers. And your concern in the matter ends here.
I don't suppose you have questions for... You have time for questions? Another order?
Orders and duty are the lifeblood of the Brotherhood. You are not yet one of us. Consider it a suggestion.
Do you have any other questions
Let me complete
for me to
my
ask
report. If I do not,
Okay, I guess not.
be
Thanks.
vigilant, outsider.
But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe?
I gave
when
you a
I'm
job to do.
on patrol?
Unless you're done, get to it.
You did it. You got 100 caps. You get plan for a Brotherhood roundtable.
Go home.
Ooh, a good amount of experience.
Let us take care of things here.
Mother of Invention. Explorer of the Atlas Observatory with Scribe Valdez. Well, I'm going to use those plans. Also, apparently I really need to drink something. Oh, I can drop this. Some plans I haven't read yet. Okay, there we go. Where's my food and drink? Anything for me to steal from you guys now that I have access?
I get to go out and prove my worth.
I hope. Doesn't look like you have all that much sitting around here. I'll take your cigarettes. Definitely. So they have a little place to craft. Where are you?
Do I
Hey,
need to
hey,
call
Shin,
a
what are you still
seminar
doing
on this?
here? Don't you have people to not help?
We need to understand the past as well. We'll make the same mistakes going forward.
Open this up. I want the power armor so I can scrap it for that thing. Whatever. Doesn't look like there's much in here to take anyway, so I guess we'll just... Unless there's more cigarettes.
Everywhere we've been, this was
Do you have more cigarettes for me? Because... Oh, what's this? Atlas substructure. That's a new area. Let's not go down there just yet. I have to try and remember that that's there, though.
I hope I'll get to meet them in person someday.
There's nothing in here. I'll take the helmet.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
And the military cap.
Those kids we picked up are doing okay.
What does it say?
What were their names again?
Knight Connor's
It
report.
started with an M.
Starting recording. Knight Alan Connors. Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, 1 second. Let me toss another one on the fire. Screw it. I'll do a status report later. This one's off the record. Odessa, Daniel, I'm about halfway through the night shift. And it's gotten me thinking. I know it's been tough on you two. Neither of you are quite the grizzled old-timers that Layla and I are. I just want you both to know how proud I am. Not just to see you rise to the challenge, but to see you do it with such vigor and determination. For every bit of trouble this trip has been, it's only just started. But I hope you can enjoy calm nights like these, and take a moment to relax. Look, each of us have our reasons for being here, including Layla. You may not always see eye to eye, but know that she cares deeply for both of you. And Daniel, I know you probably feel she cares too much, but that's just her way. Leading from the heart has always worked out for her in the past. And trust me, man, I've been through the thick of it with her. In this journey ahead, we're going to need to rely on each other with unwavering support. The toughest trials have yet to come. But remember, we're more than a brotherhood now. We're family.
So that brought up the thing, find the kids in Fort Atlas. Here's one of them, Maximo Leone.
Do you want to play the Armor Race board game with me?
Apparently I can't say yes. Can you tell me more about you?
Oh, well, my name is Maximo. You can call me Max, though, for short. My big sister Marcia and I live here now with the Brotherhood. Isn't that cool?
Why do you live with the Brotherhood of Steel?
Well, the town we lived in got attacked by raiders and our mother was killed. But luckily, the Brotherhood of Steel was there and they saved us. Since we didn't really have anyone anymore, Paladin Romani had us come along with them. I can't wait to become a member and fight off bad guys like they do. I'll make sure no one ever has to die again.
What's so great about the Brotherhood?
They're heroes! The Brotherhood is gonna save humanity and help make the world a better place. They saved my sister and me and a bunch of other people along the way. Plus, the power armor they get to wear is so cool!
Do you like living in Fort Atlas?
Oh yeah! It's a lot of fun living in the Brotherhood of Steel base. I kinda wish there were more kids my age to play with, but it's okay. The less distractions from my training, the better. I'm gonna become the best Brotherhood of Steel member that Paladin Romani has ever seen.
Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want. It's fun talking with you.
Let's talk more about the Brotherhood of Steel members.
Sure, I'd be happy to talk about them. I mean, they're my heroes.
What do you think about Paladin Romani?
She's the leader of the Brotherhood, and I'm gonna try my best to impress her so that she makes me an initiate one day. It was Paladin Romani's idea to let us stay here with them. I'm so happy that she did.
Oh. Do you think she's a good leader?
Oh, absolutely. She cares a lot about saving people and stopping bad guys. She's a real-life hero.
Wouldn't you rather be in Foundation?
No way! I can't get the proper training I need to become a Brotherhood of Steel Knight there. I need the best combat training there is, and that's here. Speaking of, I wonder if Knight Shin is busy right now.
Let's talk about something else. How do you feel about Knight Shin?
Knight Shin is super cool. Have you seen his power armor? He doesn't really talk to me much, but I think it's just because he's super busy doing Brotherhood stuff and fighting bad guys. Plus, he's usually hanging out by the weapons, and I'm not allowed to go near there. I think we're gonna be best friends one day, though.
I bet Knight Shin would love it if you asked him a ton of questions.
You think? I want to know all about the Brotherhood of Steel.
Don't you think Knight Shin is a jerk?
What? No! He's just busy. Saving the world is hard work. Someone in the Brotherhood can't be a jerk. They're literally the good guys.
I like your optimism, kid. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
What are your feelings on Scribe Valdez, who I have yet to meet?
Odessa is the best. She's super smart and is always saying stuff that I don't really understand, but I'm gonna study really hard. And sometimes when the others aren't around, we play hide and seek around the fort.
She sounds nice. Do you want to be a scribe? Obviously not.
Nah, I want to be a knight like Shin so I can wear power armor and use cool weapons. If I was to be a scribe, though, I would want to be just like Odessa.
Why do you call her Odessa instead of Scribe Valdez?
She told me I could because we're friends. Just like how you can call me Max instead of Maximo. Although, when I'm a knight, I would prefer if you called me Night Max.
Sounds like a terrible band name. Night Max.
Okay.
It's like a terrible band from the 80s or something. I want to talk about something else.
Sounds good to me.
I think that's everything. I have to go.
Stay safe out there.
So we've talked to one of the kids.
No meat approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined. And this ration request doesn't even have a name.
Marshallio.
I don't have anything to say to you or anyone else.
I don't have enough charisma. Let's see if I can boost my charisma. I'm curious. Okay, aid. So that's intelligence and perception. What do we got for charisma? We got 5, so I need 3 more. Intelligence. That's -2 charisma. Day Tripper is +3 charisma. Here we go. Day Tripper.
What do you want?
If you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm a good listener.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind if I ever feel up to it.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Why are you so rude?
I'm sure you wouldn't be too thrilled to talk to anyone. If both your parents were dead and you were stuck with the people who caused it.
Nice. How do they cause their deaths?
I really don't want to talk about it. Just watch out. The Brotherhood can be reckless, and they justify it with some bullshit savior complex.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't like the Brotherhood of Steel either.
Congratulations on not being naive like Max over here. Maybe there's hope for you yet.
So I'm going to join and infiltrate. Brotherhood of Steel does what they can to help people. I mean, I guess, but...
If you want to talk about how great the Brotherhood of Steel is, talk to Max instead. You two can lick Shin's boots together.
Why can't you just leave?
I would if I could, but Max refuses, and I can't just leave him behind. We're all that we've got left. Hopefully he'll come to his senses and stop his blind hero worship.
Let's talk about something else.
Let's not.
You should join the Raiders if you don't like the Brotherhood.
You know what? I just might.
Okay. I guess I have to go.
Good.
Excuse me.
Are you even supposed to be here?
Probably not. But you guys have some plastic that I want, so I'm gonna take it. Oh, that's not plastic. Okay, so I found the kids. Not sure what that, what good that did, but I guess I learned a few things.
Another nuke. Arrived in Appalachia.
Scribe Valdez, huh? You're not Scribe Valdez. You're Paladin Romani.
Request for the Brotherhood. We could always use more initiates.
Can you tell me more about the Brotherhood?
Absolutely. We are here to help in any way that we can, civilian.
Who is the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood of Steel are your saviors, civilian. We are the guardians of human civilization. We bring order to the wasteland, something that it desperately needs.
What is the Brotherhood doing in Appalachia?
First and foremost, our mission is to restore society and preserve any technology that will assist us in that goal. In addition, we are currently investigating what happened to the previous Brotherhood members from Fort Defiance. It is important that we establish a new foothold here, which will allow us to aid the people of Appalachia.
Well, I mean, I can tell you what happened to them. That's not a thing. Which technology are you interested in?
Sorry, civilian. That information is classified.
Probably all the nuclear weapons that are laying around this place. A new foothold. Was the Brotherhood of Steel here already? Yeah, they kind of were. Yeah.
Yes. There was a unit here led by Paladin Taggarty. We lost contact with the group shortly before their mission to attack the Scorched, and we are unsure of their fate. Regardless of what may have occurred, their selfless courage is commendable.
Well, I know what happened to them, but I guess I'm not going to tell you right now. I have other questions.
I'd love to answer any questions that you may have.
What made you want to join the Brotherhood?
My mission in life is to help others and restore order to the world. The Brotherhood of Steel is aligned with those goals, in addition to the preservation of technology. I will be on the forefront of rebuilding society.
Can I join the Brotherhood?
I'm glad you're inspired by our mission. In order to fully accomplish our goals and establish a foothold here in Appalachia, we need to build up our ranks. If you're interested in recruitment, you can speak with my second, Knight Shin.
I want to ask something else.
Sure. What would you like to talk about?
What is your role?
As the Paladin, I am the commander of this unit, and I'm here to establish a foothold for the Brotherhood of Steel. It is important that we restore society. And the steps that you have already made here in Appalachia are admirable. However, without the power of the Brotherhood, you will be unable to prevail.
Hey, I don't know.
I am eager to lend that power.
I don't know about that. Come on. Tell me more about you.
I suppose I can set aside a quick moment to chat.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from the California branch of the Brotherhood of Steel. I was posted near Mariposa before the bombs fell, and I learned that some members of the U.S. military had created an organization to help people. As a member of the U.S. military, joining up with the Brotherhood was a natural transition for me.
Which branch of military were you in?
I was in the National Guard. Helping those who are less fortunate has always been a passion of mine.
We should spend less time.
Being able to help protect my community was an experience I'll never forget. But now, my mission is to protect you and the other people of Appalachia.
Who leads the Brotherhood in California?
Elder Roger Maxson is our leader back in California, and is the person who sent us on our mission to Appalachia.
I have another question.
Sure.
What made you want to join the Brotherhood?
My mission in life is to help others and restore the world to what it once was. The Brotherhood of Steel is aligned with those goals. In addition to the preservation of technology, the resources that the Brotherhood can provide will assist me in accomplishing my mission. I will be at the forefront of rebuilding society.
Let's talk about something else.
Sounds good to me.
Perfectly preserved pie with every
Let's talk about Appalachia.
Beautiful land, and the people are resourceful. We will do everything we can to support them.
Everyone here needs to get inoculated or else they'll turn into scorched.
All of us have taken the inoculation. But thank you for inquiring. It means a lot to me that the people of Appalachia care for the well-being of others.
What do you think of the groups that have settled here?
They've done well to build such capable communities on the broken bones of the old world. The foundation is charming, and I admire their workmanship. The people of Crater may be more complicated, but I refuse to judge their group based on our past encounters with raiders. Over time, I'd like to build a lasting relationship with both of these settlements.
But they're raiders. You know it's pronounced Appalachia, right?
Did I slip up again? Old habits die hard. I hope you'll be patient with us Westerners as we learn the local vernacular.
I'd like to talk about something else.
Certainly. I'm here to listen.
I have to go, actually.
Stay safe.
Oh, I was thinking that would be holotape over there, but apparently not. They're all empty bottles, of course. Take that, though. That has plastic in it.
Brotherhoods have so
Who
much
are
to
you?
teach us.
Just an initiate?
I hope I get to meet them in person someday.
Greetings, civilian.
Hello. Let me take a look around your workshop before I talk to you. I realize I'm probably not going to find anything really to salvage, but or to scavenge, but I'm looking for stuff like this. Okay, Atlas Research log.
Atlas Project Research Log 292-93. It's been 5 months. 5 months since that day. They abandoned me. The military never believed an Atlas. It was just another weapon. When the nukes fell, well, what did it matter? Atlas, this research. It's been my life's work. We need Atlas. The world needs Atlas. Now more than ever. I have to finish it. Everything I need, it's all here. I just need time. Hands. I've activated all the robots. They're security bots. They were programmed for this, but it's all I've got. How can I make it work? I replaced the main lens. Finished the particle analysis. I think the accelerator is finally stable. I'm so tired. But I have to keep going. Just a little more. It's almost done. Almost done.
Take it this one comes before that one.
Atlas Project Research Log 104. Lieutenant Marks and I have begun calibrating the ion beam accelerator. We've hit a plateau at the 300 MeV threshold. Oh, microvariations in the magnetic flux are disrupting the Betatron induction loop. The lieutenant is working on a firmware update for the coil controller. She said she'll have the wobble out by Monday. Assembly of the main device remains on schedule. The Air Force is nothing if not punctual. Colonel Oberlin is still pressing for the facility to be fully operational before the end of the year. Well, as much as I want to see my research in action, I need to proceed carefully. If this goes wrong, the results could be catastrophic. Atlas has the potential to change the world. Or destroy it.
All day and night.
Staying safe out there.
So we're going to speak to Scribe Valdez before I break into her terminal. Because otherwise I might find something without any context without having talked to her first.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
I need to see your face when I'm talking to you.
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
I helped out that Shin guy. He said to talk to you about getting in on this Brotherhood action.
Did he now? Knowing Knight Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if you're a prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it?
What is this mission exactly?
Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup.
I don't want to accuse her of going back on her word. Deal. She seems like a nice person. Deal.
Glad we can come to an agreement. Any questions before we start?
I have a few more questions.
All right. Fire away.
Is this kind of thing normal for a scribe?
Ideally, yes, actually. In practice, not at all. We're supposed to be the lore keepers, preserving old technology for the betterment of today. Instead, I spend all my time soldering wires on busted comms equipment or tightening screws on tracking scanners. This investigation will be a breath of fresh air. It's what being a scribe should be about.
Why do you have a tank on your back? You don't sound thrilled with your role.
Can I do it? Yes. But it's not my life's calling. Believe it or not, I didn't choose to be a scribe. I was born into it. My parents chose this life for me. I've gotten used to it, but it isn't mine. Night Shin would throw a fit if he heard just how unprofessional I was now. We should get back to business. Sorry. Business only.
Why not just bring one of the initiates?
Normally I would, but today you came along. We have a lot of capable initiates, but we could always use more. Handle yourself well, and I'll be happy to vouch for you.
Can I get a look at those logs you were talking about?
Not as a civilian. However, if Paladin Romani lets you join our ranks, then I might reconsider. Especially if you're a big help on this mission.
Let's get back to discussing the
Sure.
mission.
Ready to go?
I need time to...
No problem. I have to wrap something up myself. Why don't you head downstairs when you're ready, and I'll meet you there.
Perfect.
I have my eye on you.
Shouldn't you be waiting in the entryway?
I'm gonna break into her terminal now. Only one for scavengers? Must end in an S. Can't be that one. Aha! Okay, so Atlas Observatory Archives. Text Archive. Is that Lieutenant Commander James Oberlin? January 24th, 2076. Lieutenant Commander James Oberlin reporting as Chief Army Scientific Advisor to the Atlas program, replacing Major Kirk Bentley, who was deemed unfit for the role. The Atlas program is moving slower than expected. I'm here to do what I can to step it into gear. It is by my discretion that Washington will cut funding if the prototype does not yield scalable results by April. We should not continue to pay for construction of the Atlas accelerator if the technology turns out to be incompatible. March 12th, 2076. Prototype results have yielded moderate success. Dr. Hammond has succeeded in initializing light rainfall across a significant localized area. So it's a weather control device. Okay. Funding for the Atlas program will continue under the condition that Dr. Hammond invest more research into more high-energy weather conditions, of course. I've given Atlas engineers the go-ahead to initiate construction of the accelerator while we continue to improve the underlying technology of the Atlas system. However, in an effort to light a fire under their ass, I've made it clear that funding would dry up if we encounter any more significant development delays. Wait, what? Oh, I see, it's a year apart. August 20th, 2076.
Scorched plague. I've seen
Dr. Hammond has been able to produce a wide variety of weather conditions based on the data his team has been bringing into the lab. The latest prototype resulted in near whiteout blizzard conditions, an unusual occurrence in mid-August. Some of the local media is picking up on it, but nothing has been directed our way. Security is tight, and I trust the personnel here to keep things under wraps. The automated security system we've installed has a way of discouraging loose lips. I've got a meeting tomorrow with the top brass back in Washington to go over a military application for this technology. The localized prototype won't be much use in a war, but could prove useful during small skirmishes or certain clandestine operations.
Of everywhere we've been,
a year later, August 17th, 2077. The Atlas project has been fully approved and funded for military applications. This could prove to be a massive asset in the war effort against China. Imagine blanketing the nation in thick black clouds until the crops die out, wiping out naval ports with typhoons, or sending fierce lightning storms against vulnerable air bases to ground air units. Heck, we could even deploy Atlas to quell any potential domestic uprisings. The sky's the limit here. It is my assessment that the Atlas system will diminish the threat of all-out nuclear war. No one would believe that a string of bad weather is under our control. More bodies are being thrown at the Atlas accelerator so we can hasten its production. Current projections place a completion date in the first quarter of the next year. October 18th, 2077. 2 days ago, I received a letter from my superiors in Washington. From completely out of the blue, they were shutting Atlas down. I was in total shock. I read the details and it was filled with the usual bullshit phrases like cost-cutting measures, risk assessment ratios, and taxpayer responsibilities. It also said further instructions would follow. This honestly doesn't make a bit of sense. I've decided to wait to discuss this with Dr. Hammond, as I'm certain hearing the news will send him off the deep end. October 22nd, 2077. As expected, I received a follow-up letter from my commanding officer. I was told to go back through all the data that Dr. Hammond collected and adjust the values and the results so that Atlas looked like a failure. Why were they burying the project that could shift the focus of the war? Why were they suddenly being so covert about the whole thing? I had a million questions, but I knew better than to call Washington and ask. Orders are orders. I just broke the news to Hammond, and he instantly flew into a rage. I had to get a couple of MPs to restrain him. I thought he was going to literally kill me. Fortunately, he calmed down and then walked off the property without a word. I don't know if he'll be back or not, but I still have a job to do. Now, from the other side of the equation, Dr. Isaac Hammond.
Too bad this observatory's so busted up.
After the incident with Major Bentley, I decided I need a place to informally vent my thoughts before sending them out. Please do not send progress report. Here's your progress report. Good science takes time. Don't come to me and say it's going slower than you expect. Lieutenant Colonel Oberlin, well, Lieutenant Colonel, not Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Oberlin. Science doesn't care about your deadlines, it cares about results, and so far the results align with my expectations. I'm not stupid. I know why the Air Force is involved in this project now, and I also know you can't do it without me. Prototype. The prototype works. I can't just package that up and implement it as is. I would expect you, of all people, to understand why it was a necessary first step before we throw all our resources at the Atlas proper. You can have it done quickly, you can have it done under budget, or you can have it done right, but you can only pick two of those at best.
Ultrasight country.
Lieutenant Marks. Lieutenant Marks. I know this may be considered highly unprofessional of me, but I must say, it's a relief working with someone who truly understands the work we're doing here. I'm sick of the other Air Force pea-brains here. Most of them don't know what a nephelometer is. I certainly don't. Let alone how to calibrate one. Would you consider dinner and drink sometime, maybe? I have some concerns with the project, and I'd like to speak privately with someone I respect. It would also give us a chance to get to know one another a little more. Ah, I see. Go to hell. Note: I overheard they may be shutting us down. Maybe I'll actually end up sending this one if that's true. Or maybe it's better to just leave quietly. Haven't decided yet. You can't shut us down. Atlas is practically done. This is my life's work. If this is just your way of getting rid of me so the government can take over Atlas, just see how far you can get without me. You don't think I built in precautions just in case something like this happened? Nice. Good for you, buddy. Okay, Brotherhood. Chapter scrolls. Select a scroll. Paladin
We're
Romani.
here to protect the people. They'll learn that in time.
Former U.S. National Guard. Paladin Romani is a bold leader who cares for the people. She is renowned for decisive action and inventive tactics. Though sometimes criticized by leadership as reckless, no one can deny her record of success. This and her approachability have made her very popular among the rank and file. After outstanding service to the Brotherhood, her requests for an Appalachian expedition were granted by the Council of Elders, and she was given command. Knight Shin, Daniel. Driven and dedicated, Knight Shin is a model member of the Brotherhood of Steel. While his focus and commitment is sometimes off-putting to other members, especially new recruits, it has earned him the respect of Brotherhood leadership. His actions have drawn praise from the Council of Elders and even Elder Maxim himself. Knight Shin was recruited from the Mojave Wasteland, where his valor caught the eye of Knight Connors, who brought him into the fold. Knight Connors, Alan. Former U.S. National Guard as a subordinate of Paladin Romani. Known for his wise counsel, he followed the Paladin into service in the Brotherhood. A noted peacekeeper and negotiator, Knight Connors was a valued member of the Brotherhood as a whole, and the Appalachian expedition in particular. He had a calming presence and was skilled at diffusing disputes. Killed in action valorously, protecting Knight Shin and others from raider attack. Recommended highest possible honors. Knight Thornberry, Matthew. Knight Thornberry is an exemplar of courage, whose selfless actions early in this expedition saved friendly lives and salvaged valuable technology. He personally rescued captured Brotherhood members from torture at the hands of hostile raiders in the Sierra Nevada, and furthermore recovered many fusion cores and energy weapons from the enemy. Paladin Romani charged Knight Thornberry with escorting the rescued members back home and seeing to their recovery, a task he eagerly accepted. A caring man with the mind of a scribe and the heart of a lion, we miss his presence dearly. While no longer part of this expedition, his deeds will continue to live in these scrolls. Scribe Valdez, Odessa. The expedition's scribe and the keeper of these scrolls. Scribe Valdez's parents, early recruits known as the Knights Valdez, enlisted her in the Brotherhood as an apprentice scribe at a young age. Under the tutelage of scribe Haley Takano, she learned to perform her role satisfactorily, taking a special interest in the operation of vertibirds and other flying machines. Scribe Valdez volunteered for this expedition in place of Scribe Takano, who was unable to join due to health and other concerns. Scribe Valdez personal logs. Appalachia. After so many months, we're finally here. We came expecting the worst. Scorched plague, utter desolation. I remember sitting by Scribe Takano as we listened to each new communication from Paladin Integrity's chapter. Every attempt to fight the Scorched brought failure and loss. Paladin Integrity, as strong as she was, sounded more desperate every time we heard her. I grew to understand why my parents insisted I stay a scribe. I couldn't help but be thankful I was safe in my bunker and not out fighting that. Still, as the years passed, I couldn't help but yearn for the adventurous life of my peers. When the time finally came for our expedition east, I jumped at the chance. Scribe Takano wanted to go, but I insisted she stay for her health. Even if she did make it all the way here, I think the grief would be too much for her. I'll admit I was surprised when we arrived. It was more than desolation.
Everything makes sense.
There were people, settlers, and raiders, and those caught in between. The Scorched are present, but there are rumors of a cure. Some vault dwellers, America's best and brightest, concocted an inoculation and spread it among the people here. I'm skeptical, of course. After all the horror I heard on the radio, how could I not? How could I not be? But I can't deny that Appalachians have found a way to survive. Appalachians. See, the Paladin messed with me. God damn it. We came here for knowledge. Maybe that starts with learning from them. Atlas Observatory. We've set up base in the old Atlas Observatory. Fort Atlas, we named it. I like the name, it sounds strong. This place was always on our list of targets. We know it's not just here for stargazing. The old regime was building something here, and we need to find out what. My first task is to do some research. Start rooting through old terminal entries and cataloging any old holotypes we find laying around. I've started an archive on this terminal to that effect. Hopefully some juicy leads turn up soon.
Why didn't I see it before? Too bad this observatory's so busted up. I'd love to look at the stars.
Whee! Yeah, the substructure. I suppose I should probably get a weapon out. I doubt this is just going to be a stroll. Oh, and it said that made it sound like I needed a drink again. Open, yes. What weapon do I have? Shotgun. I guess we'll go in loud. Why not? Probably a terrible idea.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war.
I don't have... Oh, I was going to say I don't have 4 intelligence, but yeah, that's right. Because Marsupial took away 4 intelligence or whatever. I'm an expert on terminals, especially.
Oh, you've read a lot of terminal entries then.
I've read thousands.
Really? Then your research acumen must rival my own.
It
How
does.
did you like reading all those terminal entries?
You gonna give me a chance to answer? It was tedious. So tedious.
But you kept going anyway? I can empathize. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
You don't seem to believe that I'm good with terminals. I broke into your terminal. Collect documentation. Learn about the Fort Atlas substructure. Okay, that's all that's in here. So then where are we going? Oh, here's the steps. I swear this exact setup with like all the exact items were upstairs. Might as well start being hidden. Yeah. Well, if I'm hidden, let's get the sniper rifle out. I want to target the head. Oh, I don't have bullets. Target the head. You don't know where I am. Hey, go away. There you are. Okay, that seems like it cleared the area. What's that? Dilute Radaway. Not important. What's behind the wall there? Is there anything just in here that I can... Here's a scientist.
This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. Here's a document.
Atlas Decommission Report number 2. Oh, gotta get a little closer to read that. Lieutenant Marks. Ion focus. Our experiment with the compact ion focus has left it vulnerable to strong feedback during device initiation. It survived the test, but the design should be reconsidered before any future use is attempted. The induction coil. The induction coil suffers the same feedback susceptibility as the ion focus. Repeated usage causes significant variance in the flux distributions throughout the coil. Redesign of this device also needs consideration if it is to be used in any future trials, as the potential risk of frying the coil could require substantial capital and replacement parts. The core processing unit. While firmware updates have proven useful in troubleshooting important aspects of Atlas's operational capability, the sheer processing power required to execute the necessary commands requires a special order CPU. This CPU came at great cost to the operation, and numerous computing breakdowns during trial runs led leadership to question its long-term stability as well.
here's one.
This is number 1. Following the dismissal of Dr. Isaac Hammond, Lieutenant Colonel Oberlin has tasked me with overseeing the shutdown of the Atlas project. The report outlines the state of the project as of its termination. While showing promise in its final trials, the project still has major stability issues, and considerable additional effort will be required to create a consistently operational device. The working trials impacting the operation of several key components, including the miniaturized ion focus and primary induction coil. Also of concern was the enormous stress put on the coolant intake pumps and possible defects discovered in the release valve. What's this? Okay. So that does nothing for now. You know what, give me the shotgun for now, right now. So we want to get, like, behind here. Scissors. Oh, ho, ho. Who doesn't love finding some scissors? Here's the third one.
This looks like what we need.
Let's see. Intake pressures and stress test. A single use of the Atlas device requires a huge intake of coolant to keep the machine operational. Pumping this coolant through the device during operation puts a worrying amount of stress on its pipes, pumps, and valves. Repeated usage testing has revealed signs of cracks and breakage throughout. Furthermore, the hasty construction of the machine has led to structural flaws that could lead to high pressure buildup in the intake points, which could have destructive results if not addressed. These flaws could have been averted with careful design protocols, but the pressures of the war overrode those concerns. I would be remiss not to recommend an excess of caution when proceeding with future projects.
I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec.
Now the real question is, as Lieutenant Colonel said in his logs, is if any of this is true.
That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Oh, I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow, this is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this.
Well, charisma. I do want a full explanation. Let me increase my charisma again. Yeah, it was the day tripper.
That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. Wow, this is...
Now you've let this much slip, you may as well give me a full explanation.
I guess you're right. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood.
Why didn't you mention this before we... Let's see. You should have told me we were looting a military base. Now I'm even more on board.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Looting is absolutely not what we're doing here. Everything of worth that we remove from this substructure is going with me up to my lab to be cataloged and analyzed.
Yeah, looting.
Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here.
Oh yeah,
if it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups?
What are we looking for in the diagnostics test?
The diagnostics test can tell us the state of some key components that we won't be able to test manually. Keep an eye on the state of each component, and we'll want to look into them after the initial check.
How do we know if the release valve works properly?
The release valve is an emergency mechanism that can relieve pressure on the intake pipes if they come under stress. If all is well, we'll just be able to turn it and nothing out of the ordinary will happen.
Oh. Yeah. What will the wiring tell us about the machine?
Think of the wires like the blood vessels of the machine. Without the electricity running through them, nothing's going to work. We just need to do a little checkup and see what condition they're in.
Got it, let's
Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after.
Whatever. I feel like she's treating me like an idiot. Okay, so we saw the terminal. Run diagnostics check. Now it's going to tell me something.
Interesting.
Defunct. Rupture detected. The ion focus is misaligned. Flux disruption detected. Okay. So.
Looks like we've got company.
Likely the work of resident critters. What? Oh, critters. We have critters. Oh, yeah. Get him. Hey, get back here. Hey, we level that. I've contracted bone worms. That's not ideal. Oh, legendary. Assassin's Power Fist. That I do not need. Oh, the body disappeared before I could take the meat. Whatever. Okay, where's the release valve that I'm supposed to find? This way? Oh, here it is.
That does it for the inspection. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's fucking talk. I need to get rid of my bone worms.
Alright, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus?
Defunct. Right? No. It was misaligned.
Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went... Well, what was your assessment?
Oh, fuck you. It exploded.
It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were...
The wires shredded. Oh, yeah. Mole rats.
Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far.
Some discussion. You already knew what answers you wanted.
A fair point. We have a saying among the scribes. Through discourse, we gain strength. This wasn't discourse. It was a test. I can't blame you for being upset. I wanted to see if you would pay attention. And I have my answer now. Sorry if I angered you.
I'm more angry about the fact...
I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition.
I'm more upset that
I want to take some notes on the core up there, so
turn that valve.
I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, But in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started?
Why the pressure gauge?
You saw what happened when we tested the release valve. I want to examine the stress on the gauge. That could tell us if all that built-up pressure was normal or an anomaly. Oh, and you may have to pry it off, but be careful about it when the time comes.
Tell me about the core processor unit.
The brain of the machine. It's the component that coordinates all of the others. It should be slotted into a terminal somewhere. May take a little technical know-how to extract, but nothing you can't handle, I'm sure.
What do I need to know about the ion focus?
A very important and technical component. It helps force particles into a beam that the machine could fire to affect the weather. Somehow. Could take a bit of manual dexterity to pry loose without any damage.
Okay.
I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, let's see what I can do. They're up. Apparently. Like behind this wall. Oh, is that a plant? Oh no, I thought it was a plant, some sort of plant. It's the bottom of that stupid thing. So I guess we'll try another way up. And I'll collect this. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ooh. 2 stim packs, nice. Okay, so what's this? This is the ion focus. Inside the container, how will you go about extracting it? Well, I have the agility. Unhook each tube and wire from its source and lift everything out together. That's one. The other ones are higher up, it looks like. But let's explore. What's this? Oh, that one's not empty. Good. And they've even got some workbenches down here. Where did this spit me out? Okay, right. Somewhere along here. Anything else salvageable? Bullets. I'll take a lead pipe. Who doesn't want one of those? So I guess we're going up. Oh, did I look in here yet? Arrow and oh, a bread box. That's like 2 or 3 plastic right there. Oh, nothing there. What else? What else? Looks like one of the pieces is in here. Pressure gauge. I have the strength. Unscrew the screws through the rust and remove the gauge. Perfect. Another lead pipe. I'll steal a baseball base. Baseball's coming up. Can't wait, although got some unfortunate news about my fantasy baseball league yesterday. The commissioners, the 2 commissioners have decided that they are done. So the league that has been running since 1988 is now in jeopardy. I'm hoping that somebody steps up to be commissioner, and I guess if it comes down to it, I will, because I do not want this league to die. I don't know, it's just been kind of depressing me all day today. CPU management. Power down and eject the CPU. How about that?
Oh, I thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core?
Power status. Well, we powered it down, so... Operation logs. Let's turn off that mission. Technical data. Extract coil, huh? First, oh, this is just, it's just the same place. That goes outside. Or, I mean, not outside, but back to Fort Atlas. So where is this? Oh, it's on the machine. Okay. Hua. Where? There we go. Luck plus 12 plus. Cut both wires simultaneously.
Huh? What was that?
I don't know, but it shocked me. Mysterious component. Let's see. A mysterious canister sits before you, pulsing with an eerie glow. How will you go about extracting it? Gently lift it out of its container, I guess? I do like this one though, but I want to take it.
That doesn't sound good.
Shit! I should have replaced it. My shotgun isn't really making too much of a dent at the moment. I should be taking out their frickin' arms. Reload, please.
I hope we can still be friends when this is all over.
Take out their arms. Oh, good. I automatically use the stim pack, but I need to use another one.
Don't let the alluring voice fool you. I'm a lethal killing machine.
Where'd you go? Also, I want this enamel bucket. You went under here.
They could have programmed you to life, to forgive.
Okay, your one arm is gone. No, I want the arm. Should have swapped it with the dirt.
Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own.
No,
now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine?
They say ultrasight has unlimited potential.
The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my rep may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time.
I already
Thanks
did.
Again for your help.
I broke in.
And good luck with the Paladin.
I freaking broke into your terminal already. What do we get? The Fact Finder? Shoots an additional projectile, bullets explode, 21st... Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, let me see it. Also, yeah, eat up some of these. Oh, Wow, 105 for damage? That's not bad. I may have to start saving up my 44 ammo for this. This is cool. Yeah, I'm not going to be... I'll hold up on my 45 ammo, that's for sure. But with that, it's been on for 2.5 hours now. Might have to call that a night. So yep, I'll go back to my camp and do all the da-da-da-da-da stuff. Now where did this spit us out, though? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go and do a lot of the, you know, the maintenance stuff, the selling, the repairing, all that great stuff. Okay. So next time on Fallout 76, we will speak to Paladin Ramani, and see what quest she'll send us on. So, as usual, this is John Crate, signing out.